Hi, Spurs fans! Go Spurs, go! Boop, boop, boop. Boop. What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans and Utah Jazz fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. Tonight we'll be doing a live play-by-play reaction scoreboard chat for the Utah Jazz visiting the San Antonio Spurs. The last home game for the San Antonio Spurs in the preseason. They have two more after this. Then they have that scrimmage thing. And that's it. The regular season right here, right around the corner. I'm excited. Hope you're excited. The gang is all here. Selena is back. Baby Coyote. Mikey in the house and running the scoreboard, doing his thing with his headband. Headband Grogu. All right. Anyway, hope you're all having a wonderful weekend. It's Saturday. A lot of you probably have a 3-day weekend. I actually have a 4-day weekend. I took Tuesday off. Going to get myself into the studio to work on the next episode of I Like Crap and maybe the DMX cover of Party Up in Here. I have to write still half the lyrics, but the music's done, so there is that. Daniel Berry, good evening to you. Amityville, hello. He looked a little rusty in the last game. I think he'll look better tonight. I don't know what the minutes restriction is for Wemby or Chris Paul. I tend to think probably around 20 minutes again. Maybe 25, we'll see. Jared, good evening to you. It has been a while. Go Yankees, go Giants. How you doing? I am back, and it's going to be a good year. I was hoping to get to 25,000 subscribers for our channel before the season started. We're about 750 or so short, but you know, we'll hit 25,000 sometime, maybe November. Before the year is over, I would hope. And as the Spurs get better, the channel is going to grow. More interest will be in the Spurs. And then, of course, Victor Wembanyama leading the way. We saw that one huge alley-oop a few nights ago. That's just a taste of things to come. And Stephon Castle looked great as well. So there's some things to work on. But if some of these guys are stepping up in the preseason, your Julian Champagnes or Sandro Mamakeliashvilis, we're going to have a solid bench to go with our starting lineup. Something we haven't had often in the last few years. You guys know, Wemby comes out of the starting lineup, and then the bench just gives up the lead. And hopefully that's not the case this year. Hopefully we can win some games. And I think it'll be a lot of fun no matter what happens. I am a Yankees fan. I don't do Yankees content on the channel. I should. Maybe YouTube shorts like I'm doing with the New York Giants content, especially if the Yankees make it to the World Series. I really got to cover something there. Otherwise, I'm just failing miserably. The channel has focused on the San Antonio Spurs first, New York Giants second, and then random NBA stuff third, and then TSR music in there as well. I should cover the Yankees a little bit, and I really should, but I'm happy they're doing well. RR210, good evening to you. I am watching it on the NBA League Pass, so my apologies to those that are looking for some guidance on where to watch it. I live in Connecticut, so everything I watch is going to be on the NBA League Pass, NBA TV, or ESPN, TNT, ABC, whoever the heck is showing the game. We have, 20 televised games this year? A lot of them are on NBA TV, but a lot of them are on ESPN. This is the last year of TNT, by the way. Shacked in a Fool, for the record. I do plan on doing reactions to those with Miss TSR Sports. We absolutely love Shacked in a Fool. We tried reactions for other stuff, but I don't know. I mean, we had fun doing it, but UFC and WWE was so freaking copyright. So many copyright issues getting those videos up. It just wasn't worth it. And Shacked in a Fool, we're going to have fun watching. Whatever happens with those, happens with those. The last season, unfortunately. You're welcome, R210. If the Dodgers play the Yankees in the World Series, I'm going to have to give you a difficult time. You're going to give me a difficult time no matter what anyway. What's up from Australia? JC, thank you for stopping in. I'm glad to be back. The break was good. I enjoyed having pretty much most of August and September off. I needed it. And, I'm working, I have my regular job. We've got TSR Sports where we're going to be putting in 10 to 15 hours a week between live stream and videos. The I Like Crap second channel. If you haven't heard of it, it is what it is. It's making fun of movies, music, and stuff that's bad that I enjoy. That's probably taking about 2 hours a week. Not a lot of time, but editing video takes time, and that has a lot of editing, but I enjoy doing that. I know what you're saying. Well, TSR, why don't you do more edited type videos for this channel? I just kind of found a style here, covering reports from Air Alamo, Pounding the Rock, Spurs Talk, whatever it is, giving my 2 cents, highlighting parts of the articles. Kind of really came from Tim Pool, and that's all I'll say, because I know he's a political channel. But his style of doing delivering videos, it kind of was like, you know what? It kind of rubbed off on me. Go Guardians! No! Homer, what's going on? Tonight we need Malachi to show us he can score and maybe use a little of Kelman. Yeah, Kelman and Trey. I am shocked they didn't play the other night, or 2 nights ago. I assume they'll be back tonight. Hopefully. RQ3, good evening to you, man. RQ3, we are going to have a decade of destruction in a good way. The Thunder and Spurs, I think, are going to be battling it out for the next 10 years plus. They both have young teams. They both have a lot of draft. You guys had a lot of draft picks. I don't know if you still do. But the talent's there on both teams. It's going to be a lot of fun. What's up, ATM? Man, I'm excited. I'm excited for this season. I don't expect us to make the playoffs, but I think we're going to see a lot of progress. We saw the worst version of Wemby last season. That's not me throwing shade. That's going to be probably as bad as he's going to play. Just imagine him getting better and better and better. Players 21 years age or younger. Active rosters. The Spurs have 7. The Jazz have 6, and the Wizards are on there with 5, so I'm assuming those are the youngest teams in the NBA. As far as our veterans, they're showing Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes. Chris Paul's played in 1,272 regular season games and 149 playoff games. Harrison Barnes, 911 games and 71 playoff games. The reigning Spurs average is 118 games played. Wow, that is crazy. Kokushibo, good evening to you. What's up, Maximus? Cowboy X Factor, good evening to you. They got a lot of, nice to see you all. Now, I talked to Miss TSR Sports about the channel, and you guys have heard me talk about how I don't want this to turn into a business, and that I'm not throwing anything at the channels that do that. If you want to make money off YouTube, fine. I enjoy Google's ad revenue, but I always want this to stay just hanging out with you guys and talking Spurs and watching the games. I don't ever want to get away from that. No matter what happens with this channel, no matter what happens with the other channel, if that channel somehow magically blows up, I still do this because I love just watching the Spurs, calling the Spurs, and hanging out with you guys. Extra Smooth Dude, good evening to you. John Michael, good evening. Julian, bonjour to you. I had to look at that for a second. I was like, oh, bonjour. I'm wearing Godzilla. For those that don't know, huge Godzilla fan. I own, 25 or 30 movies between DVD, Blu-ray, VHS, digital. I got them all over the place. The Wizards and Pistons won both their games today. What is something that people won't say much in the regular season? Playing maybe. I don't think any further than that, but playing maybe. By the way, got to do a cheap plug. The one thing I do ask for on this channel is if you are a subscriber, regular viewer, please hit the thumbs up. Fast, be fun, nutritious, and delicious. And it helps the channel. If you don't know how to do it, Pop's going to show you now. Even if you don't want to make a lot of money, you're pretty good at this. You could be one of the big Spurs channels with Victor. Yeah, Maximus, listen, I've always been transparent. I have no problem taking Google's ad revenue money. For people that want to super chat during the lives, generally appreciate it. The channel does have expenses. If the channel was to get big, great. I'm happy with 24,000. I would love to see it get to 100,000 someday. If the Spurs become a perennial playoff team and NBA final contender, an NBA Finals champ, yes, that could happen. My girlfriend, for those that don't know, is a huge UConn fan. She went to UConn, and the Spurs, our pick this year was a UConn player, so now she's becoming very invested in the team. So I imagine she'll watch quite a few games this year, if she can. Life happens. Your schedule's going to be what it is. So there's a lot to look forward to moving forward. The Giants content has gotten better over the last year, and for those that don't know, I have struggled on and off as a New York Giants creator since this channel started in 2019. I tried long-form videos back on and off. Didn't like them, but didn't like them, if that makes sense. Tried streaming live. I don't like calling football like I like calling the NBA. Cody Williams, Taylor Hendricks, Walker Kessler, Colin Sexton, Isaiah Collier for the Jazz, Harrison Barnes, Jeremy Sohan, Zach Collins, Julian Champagny, Chris Paul. Wait, no Wemby? Oh, Three Musketeers. I'm still gonna watch. Whatever. But dang, that's a kick in the jubblies. I heard Wemby's resting. Well, shoot. No wet bananas. Well, hello, Giuliano from Brazil. Markkinen's not playing either. John Michael, thank you for the $10 super sticker. Look at that little dude spinning around the chair. He's all like, woo, woo, wee. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. But yeah, no wet bananas. What the heck did you just write? Wemby turns white. Welcome back, Zach Collins. Not, one of these things is not like the other. Zach Collins is not Wemby. But I'm still excited to see the team. Hopefully, the guys that are playing tonight play very well. And I don't remember what I was saying before. I was talking about, just enjoying the team, enjoying the channel. Oh, the Giants. So I struggle for like forever for finding Giants content to do, and I've kind of found my niche as a New York Giants short creator. It seems to be working. They're doing pretty well. The videos that actually do the best out of those are the ones where I troll the Cowboys. Go figure. And the Eagles as well, especially with Saquon Barkley playing for the Eagles. So that's going to be the thing moving forward. Can't wait to see if the Eagles lose tomorrow, if the Cowboys lose tomorrow, and the Giants are in prime time against the Bungles. Players are on the court, and away we go. Hashtag go Spurs go. Indeed. Driving in is right. Sexton pull-up jumper is good, and the Jazz are on the board 2-zippy. Let's put one up here. We haven't done this yet. Who's going to step up offensively for the Spurs tonight? CP3 baseline jumper off the rim, no good. And that is Walker Kessler with the rebound. Markkanen is not in the game tonight. I'm surprised Sexton's playing. He's going to take another jumper. Wow, okay. When you guys faced us in the playoffs, I wasn't feeling great about hitting us. That's fair. Barnes for 3. Where did you guys finish Arcu 3? Oh, I thought you were talking about the. I was like, what were you talking about in the 2010s? All right. But where did the Thunder finish playoff-wise this season? I don't remember. You were the best team in the Western Conference, but I don't remember if you made it to the NBA Finals or the West. I know you make it to the NBA Finals, excuse me. The Western Conference Finals or the semifinals. I honestly don't remember. Turnover by the Jazz. Spurs ball. Pick and roll CP3 Collins. Sure. Zach takes 3, misses the 3. Loose ball is going to be picked up by the Jazz. They are up 4-3. Second round. Okay. Isaiah Collier is a player I wanted at one point, but then his draft stock just dropped fast a few months before the draft. He's out there starting right now. Just ran over Zach Collins. No whistle. Sexton for 3. Or the Sohan. No good. Long rebound goes to the Jazz. An alley-oop. And Bryce Sensible. Who was that? No, Taylor Hendricks, sorry. I don't know this Jazz team very well. I got 2 players with the same number on my roster sheet. That's not right. By the way, did you know Patty Mills is on the Jazz now? And Drew Eubanks? I don't know if Lucas Sandwich is still there. Cody Williams with the bucket. That's a 3-pointer. 9-3. Oh, Darren. To anybody that was affected by the multiple hurricanes over the past few weeks, hope you're safe. Hope it's a fast recovery. It's been, oh my gosh, a rough jeez. It's just, 2 within, was it about 2 weeks? It's just rough. Spurs turnover 9-3. Spurs down by 6. They cooking us already. Tax, good evening. Barnes, yeah, he hasn't impressed me this preseason yet. I'm hoping just Sexton for 3. Blink, no good. I'm hoping this is just some preseason rust. Oh, he's a veteran. He shouldn't take much. Champagny with the ball for the Spurs, has been playing very well. Out to Zach Collins. Back to Barnes, open for 3. In and out Burger. Kessler with the rebound. Is Lucas Sandwich still on the Jazz? I don't remember. I really have no idea. No idea. Hendricks with the ball into the paint. Jeremy Sohan with the steal, playing a little D. I like to see Jeremy sling the D. And Barnes is going to draw a foul. Oh, my clock is not running. So I have that preseason rust myself. No Wemby again. Can we stop the baiting, please? He was a slow starter all last season. Let's get him some early action. Yeah. I can't argue with that, JG. Gris, good evening to you. At least first quarter. Right? Let him play 8 minutes, something. Barnes at the line for 2 shots. First one's good. And every time I don't see Wemby play, it's like getting this right in the groin. Nobody wants to get Chuck Norris in the junk. Yeah. I'm very sniffly tonight. My apologies. I mute my mic while I sniffle again. All right, hopefully that just got it all up in my head and I can stop sniffling. My apologies. Jazz ball, 9-5. Kessler in the paint gets blocked by Zach Collins, I believe. Spurs on the run. Sohan into the paint. Takes the layup. Misses the layup. Wanted the contact. Got the contact. Wanted the foul. Didn't get the foul. And now a turnover by the Jazz on the other end. They try to run the court a little too fast on the break, and the ball's going to be thrown out of bounds. Fourth quarter Wemby. Wasn't that what we were calling him last season? Fourth quarter Wemby? Kirk Chu, good evening to you. A Spling, good evening. Champagne just threw up an air ball. Slow down, Spurs. Slow it down. His finishing was not terrific last year. Actually, it was quite bad. He missed a lot of shots around the rim when he wasn't dunking. When he was just trying to do layups or little short jumpers around the rim, it was quite poor. Kessler. Kick ball on the Spurs. Off the Kessler pass. Hi to my brother and Patrotino MG Murbazoa. Hi to your brother. Anthony, go Spurs, go to you. Drew Eubanks, former San Antonio Spurs legend. I like the Drew. Eubanks is better than Zach, smiley face. You know, a lot of people probably agree with that. I mean, look, Wemby working on his finishing. I mean, I don't know how much finishing work he needs. He's terrific at finishing at the rim, whether it's a dunk. Usually it's a dunk. At his height, fouling the Spurs, not sure that was on. 7:59 to go is 9-5, and Spurs off to a very slow start offensively. Jazz ball, 12 on the shot clock. Fresh Zero, good evening to you. Pero, yes, no Wemby. I'm sad too. Jazz ball. I'm sorry, Jazz Spurs ball after the Jazz miss. This light's making me look so pale tonight. Champagne for three. All right. First he throws up an air ball. Oh, Darren, I was watching this live. So for those that don't know, I do plan on calling every Spurs game live this year. Might be a time when I miss a game or two, hopefully not. But really want to try every game. We hit every Summer League game. We're going to do every preseason game. We'll do that weird scrimmage thing where they play each other. And then hopefully we can do all 82 regular season games. I've never done that before. I've always missed a few games here and there. So this year I really want to try to just nail it. -2 first quarter? What do you mean, Alex? Preseason is not available on YouTube. What? Some other people are saying that. That's crazy. One of the issues about Sohan is his slow jump. Slow jump shot, but slow jump too. I got you. He jumps high, but slow. So okay, so he's not explosive. He's not explosive. And that's a big part of, that's a big part of it. OGR Sports, somebody I actually know outside of, or somebody I've met on YouTube. OGR was just talking about the New York Giants content where he knows I struggled for years as a Giants content creator, would be on and off doing videos, and it just, the way I follow football, I can just get everything out in I'm a minute man when it comes to football talk. What? But the YouTube shorts have been a blessing in themselves. I've been doing them for almost a year and a half, and it's Giants winning or losing. Anytime the Cowboys lose, we'll cover that. And when the Eagles lose, I was actually busy the last time the Eagles lost, unfortunately. I didn't get a chance to troll him. But Saquon Barkley being on the Eagles, if he plays bad or the Eagles, just choke, we got to troll him a little bit. All right. 2015, I will show you the game. Julian Champagne is gone. Ultimate green light. I mean, he is a completely different player than last year. He was much more aggressive at the end of the season, but he was very tentative throughout the season where he'd get the ball and he was not looking to shoot. He would defer first, shoot second. It's the other way around. He's now firing them off, and if they're going in, I can't complain. I can't complain. He's playing well. Maybe White balance is up too much. What does that do? Oh, that's even worse. The camera's, I don't know. The balance seems a little off. It's making me look paler than I am, and I am pretty pale. What's up, Machine 78? Real Yo JJ, I'm watching it on the NBA League Pass. I get it every year for the Spurs. Champagne, best player ever. I don't know about that. No Wemby. Wemby getting a rest. Jazz ball. Spurs down by 1. It's already a whistle. Is that a quick foul on the Spurs? That was close. That was quick. Marmalade, I have no idea. I live in Connecticut, so... Wow, that's a 3 for the Jazz. I didn't see who shot that while I was looking at the chat. I have no idea what's going on out there in Texas. I did see Superman versus Lois is back on air. Just random, just putting it out there randomly. That's a show I enjoy, and I just saw it, like, this new season just started. Barnes for 3 again. Nope. I can't wait to see Stefan Castle on the court, too. I don't think he's out there yet. He is not. Turnover Jazz? Maybe he'll come out now. Trey Jones is coming in. You call him Dr. Jones. Will we see Kelvin at all tonight? Thought you would never see me again. What? OGR Sports, I tell you, that video does not have a lot of views. And I don't care. I was so happy how that Dikembe Mutombo tribute came out. I wanted to, show some basketball stuff, but really show his sense of humor with the Geico commercials. That interview where they show the Champagny for 3 again. Who is this guy? I love how that that video came out, and I'm very proud of that. So sometimes, that's the stuff where you put it up and you're just happy with the video regardless of who sees it. You got us in the play-in? It's going to be close. I never said I was retiring for good. Anybody? Did I ever say that? Bacano, good evening. I stream on the Spurs preseason games. All good, though. Maybe misunderstood. How am I liking the new but still same Spurs? I like some things I'm seeing. Champagny is a huge surprise so far in the preseason. And a travel on the Jazz. Spurs ball. Kelvin Johnson, Sandro Mamakeliashvili checking in. I'm really hoping Kelvin, who turned 25 yesterday, so happy birthday, number 0. I'm really hoping he plays better. He's getting ridden on so hard by the fans. You constantly, whenever there's any type of trade rumor, it's trade Kelvin, trade Kelvin, trade Kelvin, trade Kelvin, trade Kelvin. I hope he does something to quiet that talk. Trey Jones in the paint layup. Spurs have the lead. Mamu and Skinny Johnson. Yeah. That his girth is that Johnson has much less girth than last season. All good, Master Eden. Go Spurs. Go to you. I could have been talking about another channel. I have tried second channels before. Mamu could 3, no good. I have created a second channel called I Like Crap, which basically is going to be about, crappy Steven Seagal movies, crappy 6 Feet Under albums, stuff that people generally are rating extremely low that, for whatever reason, I actually like it. So it's been it's been fun. Not fair to judge preseason games, but also a good performance can carry. Chris Paul for 3 hits his number. We have seen players play very well and do nothing in the regular season, and vice versa. But at least gives you an idea of where the player's at. Like Julian Champagny was very tentative last season. We're seeing him be very assertive this season. And if he's going to be a 3D player, he needs to shoot the ball when he's open. That 3 is no good by Kelvin from the corner. Is Pineapple Head in the game? No Pineapple Power yet. No Stefan Castle. I hope he's going to play. Layup by Drew Eubanks is no good. Going to get fouled. Go to the line for 2. I hope Champagny doesn't cool down like last year. He was amazing in the Summer League and preseason last year and was slightly lackluster during the season. Yeah. Jorge's at the game. Awesome. B. Jackson, is Castle checking in? Yes, he is. Pineapple Power. Well, add Disney Star Wars to that list, please. They were I like crap. What a strange movie series, for me at least, where you have the original trilogy, which is just a masterpiece of filmmaking. You have the prequels, which are extremely flawed, but have some fun moments, especially Part 3. I like Revenge of the Sith quite a bit. And then the sequel trilogy, Kelvin in the Paint, lab good. Nice job using his body to block out his defender. And then I thought The Force Awakens was decent, but then, oh my gosh. The Last Jedi and, what the heck's Part 9 called? The Last Skywalker or The Rise of Skywalker, whatever it is, I don't even know. I hate those movies. I generally hate 8 and 9. That's a missed 3, Spurs ball. Trey Jones will bring it up, gets it to Mamu Keller's-Valley in the paint. Mamu's going to get fouled and go to the line for 2. Castle going to drop 79 points tonight. Darren, I'm glad he's playing. Good evening, Yusef. Thank you for stopping in. Oh, you want to say hi during the free throws? Okay. When we were talking all this Star Wars. Grogu, what are you doing? That's not appropriate, Grogu. Luckily, she thinks you're cute and adorable, so you won't get too much trouble. Both free throws good. And, you're just a kid, so, a child. Caravan of Courage. What is that? That's a turnover by the Jazz. Spurs ball. Trey Jones. I thought he was going to pass it to Castle, and I got all sorts of confused. Mama with the ball now. 14 on the shot clock. Trey Jones back with it. Kind of a small lineup we have out there. We got Blake Wesley out there, too. We got 3 guards. Mamu, short jumper, no good. And now a foul on Kelvin on the rebound attempt. So we're running Stephon Castle, Blake Wesley, and Trey Jones. Okay. Small ball it is. San Antonio Spurs fan Giuliano for 30, it'll be 35 years next year. For the night is our please. Oh, okay, Master. I will drop a link to the other channel. I'll grab that actually between the. I'll grab it in the next timeout. We have a timeout. Side Draft Media, what's going on? All right, so I had a request, so I'm going to go grab a link to the second channel, which I'm having so much fun doing, guys. I really am. Granted, it's not pulling in the views that this channel does. It's not monetized. Who cares? Whatever. I think if the channel grows big enough, if we get to 1,000 subscribers, I might start doing live streams with Miss TSR, where maybe we'll just do a watch-along with a really bad movie neither of us have seen before. Something that's like freely available on Amazon Prime or Tubi or I don't know. New video every Friday, new short every Monday, and then a community post on Tuesday on what's coming up. That's kind of my plan with that channel. I don't want to overexert myself. I want this channel to be the focus. This is the number one place that I want to put my time into when it comes to creating content. But I do have that itch to cover music and movies and random things like video games. By the way, next week's episode on Friday is going to be something I like that many people don't. E.T. for the Atari 2600. Yep. Diane Prince with the $2 super chat says Castle going to be starting by Christmas. Watch. Hey, I'm all in if that's the case. All right, there's the link to the other channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, you want to check it out, please do so. I think if you like the way I cover the Spurs here, you'll really like how I'm goofing around and trolling bad film, bad music, just bad stuff in general. I'm sure I'm gonna get trolled on the channel a lot. Like, how do you possibly like what you're covering? I am who I am. I do. Collins on the trade block. Yeah. Is he tradable? Getting $17.5 million this year and next year. I believe he's on a 2-year, $35 million contract. Would you trade? I mean, I guess if a contending team needs a backup stretch 5 that plays defense and doesn't rebound, I'm not selling him. The ET they do say is like there's that rumor 1 million cartridges are buried in Mexico or New Mexico somewhere. It's generally considered one of the worst games of all time. I liked it, and I'll explain why in this Friday's video. I'm going to try to shoot it tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to try to shoot it tomorrow. I found out, oddly enough, my green screen that's on the wall, it works better shooting during the day with just natural light coming in than using the Limo Studio light I have. So who would have thought? Who wants Collins' contract? Nobody. Probably not tradable. Agree. Not a World of Warcraft guy. I missed a 3 by the Jazz. I saw friends play it. It's not my jam. I know it's a hugely popular game. I missed a bucket by the Spurs, too. I do game, although my gamer tag was just suspended by Microsoft for 24 hours. The ban lifts at about 10:15 tonight, so after the game I can go on and play against my friends. I guess my old gamer tag, because it's suspended and I assume they're going to change it, it didn't have any dirty words in it, but if you read it, it came out to something slightly dirty. I've had it for 14 years, and now finally some schmuck from, while I was playing Fallout 76 reported me to Bethesda, and then Bethesda apparently reported to Microsoft, and I lost my gamer tag. I'll have to get a new one. Missed by the Spurs, back on the other end, and missed by the Jazz. Spurs ball, Kelvin. Drives in the paint. Little jumper off the back rim, no good. Walker Kessler with the rebound. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, the dog is like having convulsions over on the bed. Not in a bad way, but when he has dreams, he just, I don't know, he has some crazy dreams. That's a jumper for the Jazz. Who was that? Who dat? That is not Lucas Salmonich. That number 19 is not Lucas Sandwich. That makes me sad. Is Sandwich not on the NBA anymore? Castle gets in the paint. Misses the shot. Going to get fouled and go to the line for 2. Pineapple power to the line. Greg Popovich wants Collins' contract. Wants it or wants to get rid of it? Side Draft Media missed that too. If anybody's a NASCAR fan, be sure to check out Side Draft Media. My man's been working hard. He's been getting some legit guests in there, like a lot of pit stop guys, pit crew guys, if you will. And just keep going at it. Your channel's going to... I'm very impressed what you've been able to do. I've never had a San Antonio Spur on this channel. We've been here 5 years. Never had a Spur on the channel. I don't know how to go about getting a Spur on the channel. I'd be fine with anybody. I don't care who. Even former Spurs, not named Kawhi Leonard or DeJounte Murray, because I don't think I would have fun talking to them. Yeah, the dog's okay. He has crazy dreams. Blake Wesley fouls a 3-point shooter. We're going to have 3 free throws coming up by, I don't know who that is either. The tough thing with these preseason games is the opposing team goes deep on their bench. I don't know the deep bench. Heck, sometimes at the end of the game in the fourth quarter, I don't know who we have out there on the Spurs team. I'm looking at him like, who the heck is that? Lucas Sandwich is last playing overseas? Oh. Have I ever played Baldur's Gate or Dungeons & Dragons? I have played Dungeons & Dragons, the paper and dice version. I played from 2000 to 2007 in New England. I played a couple years. Did I play in Old Virginia? No. To 2007, and then I retired when I moved. And then I picked it back up as I was coming back up here from 17 to 2021. And I've since quit again, and I won't be back. The group I've played with, a few of the people have changed a lot in the last few years, and it's Yeah, it's not fun. Castle with the ball. Over to Wesley. Around the world to Mamu. Mamu for three. Sandro Mama Kelishvili just hitting some threes in the preseason. I think Kawhi Leonard's going to be very close to being done sooner or later. His body is breaking down big time. Has great ball movement. Who doesn't like good ball movement? It feels like a summer league game at times when you see a lot of G League type players you've never heard of out there. It's tough. Spurs are in the both teams are in the bonus. That's a miss by the Jazz to get their own miss. Follow up in the paint is no good. Offensive foul on the Jazz. Taylor Hendricks runs over Trey Jones. 27-25. Spurs up by 2. Half a minute to go. Notre Dame whooped Stanford 49-7. We have a timeout. You guys think Kawhi's going to retire this season? I wouldn't be shocked. I don't wish for bad things against him. I mean, Kawhi brought this to the channel. So say what you will there. Wow, that's a lot of Mikey. Whoop. Oh, his knees are shot. Absolutely shot. We should talk about how down in the dumps we were when the whole Kawhi thing happened, but look at our Spurs now. You know, I was not doing our channel back then. I can't even imagine what kind of video I would have done during that trade. There's a challenge by the Jazz. It must be on the offensive foul. I mean, it's a double-edged sword because on one hand you say, well, what if Kawhi stayed? What if he never got hurt by Jaja? Da-da-da-da-da-da. I think his body would have broken down anyway. Yeah, it would have. His whole body's just breaking down. So did we just have a weird trajectory where by trading Kawhi, we brought DeMar in and company? It was DeMar, Jakob Poeltl, and then we had the Raptors' first-round pick, which was the 29th pick, which eventually conveyed into Kellen Johnson. But everything kind of played out in a way where, yes, it sucked that happened. But we ended up getting Wemby. And I don't know how many more years, good years, Kawhi had left at that point. Because I can't think of the trajectory of his career, season. I mean, let me reverse this. What I'm trying to say is reverse and skip. Maybe we win one more championship with a healthy Kawhi Leonard. In the end, we got Wemby. I think we can win more than one with Wemby if everything plays out the way we think it's going to. If he's going to be as good as we think he's going to be, the Spurs should win a few. If they don't win any with Wemby, that would be a shocker, but there's a lot of great players that never won a championship. I mean, look at the Utah Jazz. They had Karl Malone and John Stockton for, almost 2 decades? Got to the NBA Finals twice. Never won the big game. Blocking foul. Okay. Kawhi Leonard hurt so bad, man. We ain't been the same since. No, we haven't. Oh, but I'm not going to read that second part. I'm not going to mention either incumbent's name on this channel. I don't want to go there. So please don't put her name or his name in the chat. I really want to stay away from that. Or the VPs for that matter as well. So 2 free throws for the Jazz. Taylor Hendricks' first free throw is good, and the score did not move. Yeah, I mean, well, you know what? If we're being honest, with the Toronto year, yes, they won the championship. Can't take that away from them. But if that Warriors team is healthy, the Warriors probably win that in 5. Maybe a sweep. Spurs ball. Trey Jones over to Castle. Castle's going to drive baseline. And gets it to Mamu. Mamu back to Jones, 4 on the shot clock. Jones around to Wesley. Wesley's going to bounce it off Castle, and it's going to go out of bounds. Wow, it's not a good possession by the Spurs. I want Jeremy Soin to be better, too. I want everybody to be better. That was a long challenge, by the way. Isaiah Collier drives right into the paint, gets by the Spurs defense, and gets a layup to give them a lead, 29-27. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. Spurs down by 2. Good game. But we're still down by 2. All good, Free Jay. Listen, I'll be the first to admit I brought politics to this channel in 2020. It was a mistake. That was the first year I got into them, so I was excited, and I wanted people to talk to about it, and I decided to use the YouTube channel. I mean, that's when we were locked into that year. I mean, couldn't really go out and do anything, so it was a mistake. I'm not going to make that mistake again. I respect everybody's opinions, but not the place for it. This is a place to talk Spurs. If you want to troll my Giants, sure. If you want to say go Cowboys, whatever. Eagles suck, that type of stuff, that's certainly welcome. The other stuff, we're in that wrong place. Let's see. Oh, no, I just reset the score. I reset the score. Luckily, it does not take that long to put the score back, 29-27. 0-0 going into the second quarter. It's been an offensive tragedy so far as neither team can score the ball. The Giants are weird, Kirk, too, because they're 2-3, but I do honestly think they're better than their 2-3 record. Their kicker got hurt at the start of the Washington Commanders game. I hate that name, Washington Commanders. And they couldn't kick extra points. They tried one, and their punter kicked the ball way off this way. So they had a good chance to win that game. Could have won the Cowboys game. They could easily be 4-1. Not 5-0, but they could easily be 4-1 or 3-2. It really depends on Daniel Jones. I mean, we're going to be in trouble tomorrow night. Kayvon Thibodeau's out. Malik Neighbors is out again with that concussion issue. Now, I don't get that. LeBron complaining about going to have to go to Milwaukee to go play the Bucks in the preseason. I don't know. Devin Vassell is out, so he had the foot injury, one of it to his metatarsals, I think, or something. I don't know. At the end of last season, I believe he had a second surgery. He's going to be out until probably November 2nd at the earliest. He's going to miss 5 games no matter what. I think Julian Champagnie is going to start in his spot. After that, no idea. No idea. Gallion with the $5 super chat says, Spurs doing things right. Good karma rewarded with Wemby. That's fair. Now, how about this for karma, Gallion? Think about this. Him, you and Spurs fans. When we drafted Tim Duncan, we were the 3rd worst team in the NBA and won the lottery and got the first overall pick. When we got Wemby, we were the 3rd worst team in the NBA because that weird, it was like a roll-off or dice-off, whatever the heck, a coin flip with the Houston Rockets because we had the same record. And we finished as the 3rd worst team in the NBA and got the number 1 overall pick. Lightning struck twice, and that's rare. Keldon in the paint, up off the glass, tough shot, good. Spurs tied up 29-29. Castle's going to be a defensive upgrade over Trey Jones. There's a lot of big, tough point guards. That's turnover by the Jazz in the Western Conference. We're going to need Castle's defense. Jeremy into the paint with the layup, and he made a layup. Spurs up by 2. We were good. Well, we were good in the case of Timmy, but that year just happened. Oh, yeah, Bacano, we were awful that year. That we got, the year before we drafted Tim Duncan. Sean Elliott missed 40-something games. David Robinson missed 76 games. And Jeremy Sone's going to get fouled in the paint. He might be going on the line for 2. I mean, that was crazy. Robinson broke his foot, I believe, and threw out his back. Probably from carrying the Spurs his whole career to that point. So, yeah, we did not suck because of play on the court. We sucked because of injury. Our leading scorer that season was a well past his prime Dominique Wilkins. Well past his prime. 31-29, and I think that first free throw is no good, and it is no good. Ethan Cushman, good evening to you. Lakers are the Cowboys in the NBA. Clown ring in 2020, which no one counts. That ring counts. I'm counting it. The bubble ring. Wesley and Castle. I mean, that's a pretty strong, solid backcourt defensively. Castle has checked out. Chris Paul's checked back in. Harrison Barnes back in. The Sohan. It is Jazz ball. Quick pull-up three is no good. Calvin's going to sky for the rebound. The ball's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be Jazz ball. Bubble ring. Now, one thing I won't... The fact they hung up a banner for the in-season tournament, really? I mean, that's great you won it. Celebrate that. But putting that banner up with the Lakers teams that have won championships, the teams with Magic Johnson and James Worthy and Kareem, putting it up there with the teams with Kobe and Shaq, come on, man. David, good evening to you. Thank you for stopping in. We have another whistle. Spurs up 34-29. Yeah, but I'm not trying to hate on the Lakers because there's plenty of that already out there, but just that banner with those teams, I gotta think even Lakers fans were like, really? Take that down. Veronica, good evening to you. Thank you for stopping in. Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. Kessler in the paint, throws it up and in, 34-31. And now the Spurs turn the ball. I think they turned the ball over. I looked away for a second because I'm watching the dog do laps around my house for whatever reason. Williams for three. Good. Tied game. 34-34. That was Cody Williams, right? Yeah, Cody Williams. Player I think some of you guys wanted the Spurs to draft. Zach Collins for three. No good. Sohan with the rebound. Back out to Collins. He's going to take another one. No good. Now I'm having deja vu from last season. How many times did I say Zach Collins for three, no good, and now a steal by Keldon Johnson. Harrison Barnes with the ball, gets it to Kellen. Kellen flies in the paint, gets blocked by Kessler, gets the ball back, gets blocked again. Ball's going to go out of bounds. And it's going to be Jazz ball. 8:49 to go, all tied up at 34. Well, that's fair, Side Draft Media. That's right, Ethan, you're a Knicks fan, right? Your thoughts on the trade? Are you happy what you gave up for Karl Anthony Towns? Lakers are a team of marketing, not winning. They are these days with the Bronny James stuff. Sohan in the paint, throws it up, gets blocked by Kessler. Kessler's been a block machine in the last few minutes. Now Kessler down the other end with the layup in the paint. Walker Kessler taking the game over. Side Draft Media, yes, Wemby almost did. CP3 into the paint. Collins in the paint, misses a shot, gets fouled, going to go to the line for two. Happy Saturday, Phillip Rose throwing up the gun. I don't have any guns. I got a BB gun. BB gun arms. Depends on the light hits. I mean, lighting is everything with muscle tone. Miss TSR sent me a picture of herself in a bathing suit yesterday. She's in Florida, so she's sending pictures. And yeah, I could tell she's been really getting in good shape. She sent a picture this morning, and it's a little bit different angle and little bit different lighting. And I'm like, there's a semblance of a six-pack coming in. So yeah, Miss TSR has been working out. That long three is no good by Cody Williams. Spurs ball down by one. Second quarter, in case you didn't know. Harrison Barnes going to drive in the paint. Back out to Champagnie. He's not afraid to shoot it. Julian Champagnie. I don't know, Per, if he's done that. I guess Veronica's right. Did everybody hit the like button? Let Pop show you how it's done. I should let Pop show you how it's done. Colin Sexton for three. 39-38, 7.5 minutes to go. Trade Collins for Caitlin Clark. Julius Randle is my favorite Knick ever. Oh, no. Sorry, Ethan, that sucks. When a player you like is traded, Zach Collins with a block. And now a whistle. And then a foul on Cody Williams. He gets blocked. And then, thank you for hitting the like. Appreciate that. Actually, like the Knicks team, but it feels like the roster's changed. That roster's been changing a lot the last few years. The 3 is cheating on Collins in that relationship. Ooh. Ooh. Ouch. Ouch from my couch. We're going to a timeout. Spurs down by 1, 39-38 with a little over 7 minutes to go. Well, it's been a decent game. No Wemby tonight. So, I guess maybe the plan's going to be he missed the first preseason game, played in the second one, missing tonight. I assume he'll play in game 4 and then take off game 5. Thank you, Philip. I appreciate your thumbs up. That's the one thing we'll ask for on the channel. And a subscribe if you're here for the first time. You're like, what's this TSR Sports all about? Well, primarily a Spurs community, a place to hang out while the games are live and talk Spurs. We do Spurs news videos, Spurs shorts. It's a lot of Spurs content. Plus, I'm a New York Giants fan, so a lot of New York Giants shorts on the channel. I'm a musician too, so there's sports music up. And I just put up a video, if you haven't checked it out yet, about a week or so ago called Why Do the Giants Suck? I love how that song came out, so you get a chance to watch it maybe during the half. Check it out. Randall and Ant won't work. Ethan, I think we're going to be fringe. We're going to be like right there. I predict 35 to 40 wins. The Western Conference is stacked though. It's going to be really hard to make the play-in. I think we'll be sniffing it. We'll be like right there, but I don't know if we're good enough yet. Next year, perennial playoffs every year for the rest of Wemby's career, barring injury. I didn't see the Timberwolves much. Maybe the second round. Rudy gifted defensive player there. Yes, I would agree. The Texans Spurs, what's up? He says, show the game. Well, I got a lot of requests for the game, so I will show it.
Sucker!
I mean, Master, can you make out what's being said, or does it sound like mumbo jumbo in the background? I pray we go above 500. I feel like the best we're going to do is 40 and 42, and I hate to say that. I like to be optimistic, but I also like to be realistic. I think 40 and 42 is probably our ceiling. Heyo, Rich. Hey, Rich, I'm sorry. Which position on the roster do you think is the Spurs' biggest need? Small forward or power forward? Out of those two, I'll say small forward. We're hoping Jeremy Sohan's going to be the guy at the 4 for the future, unless he slides to the 3. Is he playing the 3 now? I mean, everything playing out as it should. Wemby will be the 5. Castle, hopefully the 1. Vassell the 2. Sohan at the 3 or 4. I think we just need one more forward, because Harrison Barnes is not the long-term answer. Obviously, Chris Paul's not our long-term point guard, not at 39 or 40 years old or whatever it is these days. Hopefully the guys learn a lot from this year, however long he's here, whether it's half a season or the whole year. Champagny with the ball right now. He's been surprisingly good this preseason. Like, really good. Gets it to Zach Collins. Collins in the paint. Sort of a Euro step, throws up one ugly shot, but Jeremy Sohan takes the miss and throws it down for one of these.
Thunder, dunk of justice.
Nice. Wasn't it? Oh, I guess I just heard Sean Elliott or the other guy say that's going to be an assist in the scorebooks. I thought it was a missed shot. Carlos, good evening to you. Thank you for stopping in. Don't, like, if people are talking smack about the Lakers, just take it with a grain of salt. Don't, I don't want to see anybody arguing in the chat. Let's all get along in here. We all have different opinions on teams. I mean, I'm a Giants fan, and Cowboys fans talk crap all the time, but y'all haven't won anything in over 25 years. Sohan alone in the paint. Little jumper good, 42-39. Wemby has a chance for Defensive Player of the Year? Yes, absolutely. Did someone get a haircut? No, he still has the mop on his head. Sexton for 3, no good. Sensabaugh with the rebound. Cody Williams takes a 3, he makes it. Cody Williams looked pretty good tonight. Tell you what, for a rookie, He's looking good. I think I just heard he's got his third three already. Champagnie over to Collins. Collins going to drop it off to Barnes. Barnes drives in the paint. Double clutches, throws off an ugly shot, and it does not go in. I am back, Octane. I will say the Bronny James stuff is becoming a circus. And yeah, it seems like the Lakers are more not about winning a championship this year than drawing as many eyes as possible. And if that's their goal, make as much money as possible, great, good for you. I'd rather win a title, but whatever. Wemby is on the bench. Oh, Malachi Brown hasn't played yet tonight, has he? Huh. Let's get me to 100 likes. Or let's get our channel to 100 likes. I would appreciate that. Deliza, thank you. I didn't see who shot that for the Spurs, but it's a miss. Under 5 minutes to go. All tied up at 42. It's a pretty good game tonight. Even though some key players are missing from both teams. Lauri Markkanen not playing. Wemby not playing. Of course, both of them on the thumbnail, so they're not playing. Sexton with an over and back. That's a turnover by the Jazz. The rare over and back. Yeah, no Malachi Branham tonight. How sad. I'm actually rooting for that kid. He just his defense is awful, and he's wildly inconsistent on offense. I don't know if he's going to be here long term. I doubt he's going to. I don't know. This might be his last year. Carlos, what is your opinion? Since you are a Lakers fan, I'm actually curious. Your thoughts on all the Bronny James stories and media and hoopla and all that stuff. Do you think that's... Do you enjoy that, or do you think that's a distraction? Curious, as a Lakers fan. It means a second-round pick, the reason he's getting all the attention is not because of his play, but the name that's on the back of his jersey. Am I the only one that has no confidence in Malachi? No. I like Malachi. Oh my gosh, Jeremy Sohan's hair is just so ridiculous. I'm rooting for Malachi. He's got to show it. It's got to be this year. This is year number 3. He's got to show us he belongs. And I've said this before in live streams. I'll say it again if you haven't heard it. If you heard it, I'm sorry. We have so many draft picks over the next few years. I think the Spurs are going to be a little less patient with guys developing. Whereas in previous seasons, maybe you would give Malachi Branham and Blake Wesley 4 years to develop. Maybe they're going to be on a 3-year clock now. Maybe somebody like a City Sissoko is only on a 2-year clock. And his second-round picks, I don't think they're going to sit here and wait all year. Mamu thinks about a 3, pulls it down. Back to Trey Jones, 4 on the shot clock. Jones going to drive in the paint. Tough layup. A nice job by Trey Jones to tie up the game at 44, 3.5 minutes to go. Knicks winning the championship. I don't know about that. Drew Eubanks is not coming back to the Spurs. He's not. He's on the Jazz. He's not out there right now, but he did play earlier. Champagnie with a block playing some D. We've said Champagnie can sling some D, and he just did there. Kelvin drives in the paint, kicks it out to Mamu. Mamu over to Champagnie. He's going to take a corner 3. Ooh, that one looked not too good. Going to break the eye. Really? All right, Pre-J. We soon shall see. It is Jazz ball, all tied up at 44. I had to start keeping an eye on my man Kai Sota, by the way. He had 18 points and 15 rebounds recently. I should get those Kai Sota reactions up. I like doing those. And sometimes they do well. Sometimes they don't. They're weird. The Kai Sota reactions have gotten anywhere between 500 views and 40,000. Could there be a wider range of how videos perform? But I like doing it, so maybe I'll do one tomorrow. Mamu for 3. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, Delilah, you're right. Giannis did bring in his bros. This is a true story. A miss, and Jones with the steal after the offensive board for the Jazz. It is Spurs ball. Champagnie's going to drive. A very awkward pass to Mamu, and then it's going to get knocked out of bounds, and I think it's going to be Jazz ball. Andy who? Julian plays D. He was third in D in metrics for the Spurs. Was he? I did not realize that. Lakers are a joke. For me, the Lakers are not the same since Kobe. I just want them to. And then LeBron. Oh, you want LeBron gone? I think a word's missing there, but no, they've not been the since Kobe's gone. I mean, you're right. They have become a bit of a joke. You get Anthony Davis, LeBron, and then a bunch of good role players like KCP, Alex Caruso, and such, and you win a championship. People can knock it all they want that it's a bubble championship. They won. They played by the same rules everybody else did. It is what it is. They win a title, and then what did they do in the next year? And I don't know how much LeBron was involved in this or not. I've heard he heavily was. They trade all that young talent away and bring in Russell Westbrook, who's never won anything. A good player and a great player in his prime, but you have great team chemistry, a championship team, and you blow it up to bring him in. And what happens? They don't even make the play-in with Russell Westbrook. And ever since then, the roster's been changing every year. They keep bringing different players in like D'Angelo Russell and just get more LeBron more help, get him more help. It's like you just can't keep throwing players with him and expect it to work. He's an aging player at that. Is he still playing very well for his age? Absolutely. But you can't be putting all your eggs in a basket on a guy that's almost 40 years old that has 20-plus years of NBA miles on his body. Eventually, his body's going to break down, and he's not going to be able to do the things that we've been seeing him able to do. I think the Lakers are making a lot of bad choices, extending him for 2 years for $100 million, was it? You're going to give a player that's going to be north of $50 million a year? It really does seem like they're more interested in just filling the seats than filling the championship banners. Now I'm done. No, he's not been a liability in defense, Pero. He's actually been a pretty solid defender. I would agree with that. Oh, okay. I got the Carlos. I didn't know you're a LeBron fan. I actually didn't know that. They weren't that young, but it was still a bad trade, Ethan. I mean, bringing in Westbrook just destroyed the chemistry they had. I think they could. I'm afraid they would be be in better shape than they are now. Every year they're a 7 or 8 seed. Marlo is a real baller. Yes, he is. I don't know why Pop is so hard on him. Is he? He's not the best defender. But, I mean, the hustle's out there. His three-point shot looks really good this preseason. Hopefully that carries over into the next season. And he had great chemistry with Wemby last year, which is very important if you're trying to build around Wemby. That's a mile-long three. Who was that? I don't know who that was, but that was a nice shot. Kuzma, KCP, yeah. Caruso, too. Don't forget Caruso. Spurs ball down by 2, minute and a half to go. Keldon Johnson starts to take off, gets in the paint, throws it up, and in and one. All right, Keldon. Yeah, that's a good point for EJ. They've had a lot of good young players come in and go. There's a Netflix series about LeBron. Whoops, my clock's running. Missed a free throw. We'll get my clock correct in a second. Jazz ball all tied up at 49. What's turned into a very competitive, close game. Kessler with the bucket underneath. 51-49. And the Spurs take the lead into the second half. Spurs are in the bonus. The Jazz are not. Spurs have a couple fouls to give. Stephon Castle with the ball. Castle's going to take off. Throws it out to Mamu. Mamu's going to launch another three. Mamu's showing off the shooting. He worked on it. He must have worked on his three-point shot in the offseason. He's looking smooth out there. I think I'd rather have Mamu out there than Collins, if I'm being honest. At least he makes his threes. That was a way crazy shot. I don't know who that was for the Jazz. I don't know who some of these Jazz players are. I'm really struggling. Thank you, Pedro. Hit that like button. There is 4-second differential, 3.5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock tonight. Or right now, tonight. Gets it over to Mamu. Mamu's going to throw a bullet into Blake Wesley, who gets blocked in the paint, though. Lepowski for 3 from the half court. Nope. There's 0.1 second left. Collins is trash. A lot of people do not like Zach Collins. Masagua, absolutely. Gracias. Gracias. There we go. Let me roll that R. Roll that R. All right, let me reset the clock back to 12. Put halftime up, and we'll go take a look at the stats. Where's my quarter thingy? Where's my thingy? There's my thingy. Yeah. You could have said they not. I would have got you. You met Sandro Mamukelashvili? No way. A lot of teams are going to try to tank for this upcoming draft. Yes, they are. This next draft is deep. We could have up to 4 first-round picks. Probably not. More than likely, we'll have 2 to 3. All right, let's look up the halftime stats. There's a million names on here I don't recognize. All right, for the Jazz, Hendricks with 7. Cody Williams with 11. He's leading the Jazz in scoring. Walker Kessler, let me blow this up a little bit. There we go. Walker Kessler with 6. Colin Sexton 7. Isaiah Collier with 2. Off the bench, Drew Eubanks, former San Antonio Spur, with 4. Filipowski with 2. Sensabaugh with 3. Maya Hadlik with 2. Preston with 2. And Zhu Zhang with 7. Zhu Zhang, who's that? Patty Mills probably not playing tonight, but on the Jazz. Zach Collins. 0 for 5, including 0 for 3 from beyond the arc. We got 1 point. Zach Collins, 0 for 5. Champagny with 9. Sohan with 7 points and 7 rebounds. Barnes with 5. Chris Paul with 3 off the bench. Mamu with 11 points to lead all Spurs scorers. He's 3 from 6 from the field, 3 of 5 from the three-point line. He has 4 assists as well. Kelvin with 10 points, 5 of 9 from the bench. Trey Jones 4. Wesley with 0. And Castle with 2. He hasn't taken a shot. Castle not really involved tonight. 6 minutes. Hit both his free throws. 1 assist. That's it. No other stats. No turnovers, no steals, no blocks, no rebounds. Hasn't taken a shot. He's on light duty apparently. He's not doing much. So, okay, whatever. As long as we're up, that's all I care about. Let's pull up the chat while we're waiting for the half. You know what? Before we do that, let's get this up first. Let me take a short break. I thought Collins would be done for the night. Isn't Charles Bassey cleared to play? Let me get him in here in the second half. Thunder! Feels weird hearing this song, but seeing girls that are like 10 dance to this, but whatever. And now we just went to Motley Crue. What song is this? Working, slaving, every... No, it's Poison. It's Nothing But a Good Time. It's not Motley Crue. That was Poison. Rich, tell your girlfriend I want the player from UConn, Liam McNeely. I'm not familiar with Liam McNeely. Is that the guy that they just... Is he a rookie? Is that the guy they're getting from high school, Liam McNeely? Are my eyes red? They shouldn't be. Are they a little red? My eyes have been dry this October. the air is just dry, and I wear contacts. And I've also been up early every morning because I'm watching my girlfriend's dog. I've been up at like 4:30 or 5, so I've not been sleeping as much as I normally do. So I will take your advice. Put a little. It's gonna be a freshman. Okay, I got little re-wetting drops, so I'll put those in while. I don't know. Twisted Sister. Now they're playing We're Not Gonna Take It. Oh my gosh. Great suck, or We're Not Gonna Take It. I don't know what they're playing now. Maybe I'll turn that a little bit. My eyes are beautiful. You know who's got beautiful eyes? Look at those eyeballs. Mikey's got big eyes too. You know what? Coyote's got his crazy eyes. Not great on defense, man. His shooting or improved, but but he's young. But everything else, especially Corbin, is through the roof. Who are we talking about? Are you talking about Liam McNeely? Or some other player? Are we ever going to get the Silver Dancers back, or is that just done? For those of you that are in Texas, is there any talk at all about the Silver Dancers coming back, or are the Spurs just not happening? Nolan Trayor? I'm not sure I know that player. Baby Yogurt. Man, they are... This DJ... The honest DJ reminds me of the DJ when I go to Spartan races. They can't play more than like 10 or 15 seconds, maybe 20, and they just bounce from song to song to song to song to song, and it's weird. Playing a little Journey right now. Don't Stop Believing. That's a good song. I'm a fan. What else is going on in the NBA? There's only a couple games, I think, on the schedule. I say to myself out loud. Don't stop believing. You got the Celtics beating up on the 76ers 71-48. And Bulls beating the Grizzlies 65-51. Only 3 games tonight. All 3 games at halftime, which tends to make me think all games started at 8 o'clock. Interesting. Now we got a little BJ going. A little Bon Jovi. Next point guard of the Spurs, that's Stefan Castle. What about Juan Nunez? Good night, Bacano. You enjoy your evening as well. If we get, you realize 4 firsts, that's going to kill our cap. I'm hoping for 1 lottery pick that turns out to be number 1, and then we can take Cooper Flag or whoever else is the top. That's top of 3 when the season's, when we get to that point. Can you imagine? I know my girlfriend would not like that. She does not like Cooper Flag because he chose not to go to UConn. But I'd be happy with him. Zach LaVine had 24 points and half. I know that's a player some Spurs fans said they wanted. I'm good. The dude's injured all the time. Sure, when he's healthy, he's a good to great player. But he just misses so much time. Speaking of Stefan Castle, he's in a commercial right now. It looks like just him kind of hanging out with everybody in San Antonio. Collins is making $17.5 million, Maximus. We gave him 2 years, $35 million. Joe Dindo, no Wemby tonight. So, my thought process, if I may, Wemby missed game 1, played game 2, missing game 3, we'll play game 4, and then we'll miss game 5. I think it would have been better, if possible, to have him play tonight. It's the last home game of the preseason, so the fans won't get to see him again at home until the regular season. All right, Jesus de la Cruz, by all means, ask away. And good morning. I'm a Duke fan, so it's all good. Cooper is the man. A marvelous player not making the playoffs is useless. Well, It happens. Happens all the time. Well, yeah. I don't know how much Zach Collins' contract is going to be dead weight if we were to cut him. But that was I mean, at the time he was playing well. The Spurs thought he was going to be a starter last season. Well, he was a starter. He didn't stay a starter. But yes, that was way too much for Collins. Does Tim Duncan have a car shop outside of San Antonio? I have no idea. Do you think Wemby will help CP3 reach number 2 in all-time assists? How far is Chris Paul behind the second player? Who is the second player? John Stockton, number 1 by far, I believe. Got to be somebody that's been in the league forever. Was it like Jason Kidd or number 2 in assists? Who's number 2? I have no idea. I have no idea who's number 2 all time. It's got to be somebody that played 15 plus years, I would think. For some reason, Jason Kidd just popped in my head. Because he played for like forever. He played, what, 20 years almost? Magic didn't play long enough to be second all time, I don't believe. I think Magic has he's number 1 in assists per game for a career. But as far as actual assist numbers. Zach, 16.7 mil this year and 18 next year. Okay. Blackjack Speed Shop is... Oh, so Tim Duncan does have a car shop. Thank you, Dragon. Jason Kidd. It was Jason Kidd. Wow. They were showing some classic Manobili. Manu Ginobili dunks. Manobili. Wow. Man, he was so good when he... Yeah, he was good. And took a roll off the bench. Man, I forgot how much, what great finishing power he had when he was younger. Damn. Just a block on, nope. Good old Manu. Sorry, I'm getting totally caught in the Manu highlights here. This is near the end of his career. Wow, this is old. The Pacers game. Anybody else watching these Manu highlights and just remembering the good times? These are all Manu dunks. Every one of these. This is awesome. Wow. And then all the contact on one of these. Just what a different game the NBA is. Manu would dunk on your head. Wait, Chris Paul is 4,000 assists away? No, he won't get there. He at 10 assists per game, and he plays 80 games. That's 800. No, CP3 is not. No, that's crazy. As many assists CP3 had, he's 4,000 behind Jason Kidd. Really? That doesn't seem right. Or do you mean 4,000 behind Stockton? It can't be 4,000. I thought you guys said he was a couple hundred behind him. If he's a couple hundred, he'll get there. He won't get Stockton. No. John Stockton's holding on to that record for probably forever. Those were good times. Manu Ginobili. So happy the wall is complete, by the way. For those of you who haven't looked behind me, we got Ginobili, Parker, and Duncan. We got the big three. We got the Twin Towers with Robinson and Duncan. And then we have the future behind me and Wemby. That's everything right there. Finally, they just had a fan hit the drum and it was in time with the Go Spurs Go. I heard someone say Stockton's assists were padded. I've seen people say that Jordan's steals were padded. I'm like, 5 likes from 100? Well, heck, let's do this again.
Go Spurs, go!
No Kawhi? You mean this? Does that count? Third quarter underway here momentarily. And takeaways we've seen this season, this preseason, are carrying forward so far in this game with Julian Champagnie and Sandro Mamukelashvili's three-point shooting really taking a step up from last year. Kidd was king when he was on the cover of 2K. He won. Jason Kidd as a player, did he win one championship with the Mavericks? He got to the finals, I want to say, twice. The Spurs beat the Nets in the finals once, but I want to say the Nets got to the finals twice. So he's been to the finals, I think, 3 times, winning 1 and losing 2. He was a great player and one of the greatest rebounding point guards of all time, a great defender. He was highly, highly inefficient as a scorer, though. He's had quite a few seasons where he shot under 40% or under 40% field goal percentage, which I know defense was tougher when he played, but still under 40% is bad. Sub 40 is just whoa. Spurs ball. Down by 1. Champagnie for 3. No good, but he gets fouled by Cody Williams. Thank you, Bart. I do think you're missing Sean Elliott and the Iceman. I mean, I missed him being on the team. Jason Kidd got swept in 2002 versus Lakers, lost 4-2 in the Spurs in 2003, and then won with the Mavericks in 2011. Was that against? That was against the Heat, wasn't it? The Miami Heat super team, LeBron, Dwayne, and Bosh. NBA Live 03. Okay, all good. Champagnie at the line. Penny. He's made the first 2 so far. Got 1 more on the way. Were we supposed to get Jason Kidd? I don't remember. I really don't remember. I do remember playing NBA Live back in the day. I think I still own one of the NBA Live games. Maybe NBA Live 2006 for the Xbox, like Xbox One. That three-pointer is no good. Rebound Spurs. Taylor Hendricks missed the 3. CP3 will bring it up for the Spurs, up by 2, 11 minutes to go. Gets over to Zach Collins, who has not made a shot yet tonight. We'll drop it off to Champagnie, 10 on the shot clock. Champagnie's going to drive, out to Collins for 3. Still hasn't made a shot tonight. Zach Collins picking up right where he left off, missing all his shots from last season. My first basketball game was, I think it was Collins in the paint, misses a layup, got blocked. I think it was Bulls versus Lakers. Sexton for 3, good. For the Sega Genesis, I think Bulls versus Lakers was my first NBA game. Okay, Senator from India, thank you. Collins with the ball again. He's 0 for 7 tonight, I think. Gets into the paint, throws it up, misses, going to go to the line. CP3 looks so natural in a Spurs jersey. Well, I wish he would have come over earlier in his career. We wouldn't have Wemby. That's true, the biscuit buddy. I could go for a biscuit. Not a dog biscuit, just like anything. Rodman also got traded because of David. I think Rodman just got traded because of Rodman's behavior in general. He did not fit the Spurs culture at all. Great rebounder, for sure, but a knucklehead. There's a game called Bulls versus Lakers. There sure is. Yes, there was. The first one was Lakers versus Celtics, and then the next one was Bulls versus Lakers. I don't know if all the NBA teams were in it. Maybe 16 of the teams? I remember playing as David Robinson all the time and having him score 50, 60, 70 points, whatever. The Sohan with a bucket. David wanted Rodman gone? Oh. And can you blame him? Sexton, pull up Jay in the paint. Good. And now the teams are just exchanging buckets. Jazz back up by 1. Zach Collins, jumper from the free throw line. He's made a shot. Finally, Zach Collins has put one in the hole. What? I don't dislike Zach Collins, but man, his play is very frustrating at times. Kessler with the miss in the paint. Spurs ball. Go Spurs, go to you, Veronica. I am a little tired, by the way. Sawyan drives in the paint, and I think that's just a turnover or missed shot. Not sure I'm going to call that. Either way, it's Jazz ball. And we're going to foul on Zach. Spurs playing spoiler in the playoffs. Possible. Grogu's just waiting, everybody. Kessler's first free throw is short. A chance to tie the game on the next one. Rich, speaking of your shirt, I can't... Okay, so Godzilla -1, 2 thumbs up. That movie was fantastic. Quite possibly the best human story ever in a Godzilla movie, where you actually cared about the characters and they were well written. Probably the best human characters. Collins in the paint, layup good, and 1. All right, Zach Collins heard me talking some smack, and he's been playing better. Harumbeto, thank you for stopping in. Go Spurs, go to you. Check out Godzilla -1 if you haven't seen it. It is worth seeing. I ended up seeing it in the theater, which was awesome because Godzilla roaring was loud as you know what. Yeah, you missed a free throw. Spurs get the offensive board, though. Collins with the ball again. He's now hit 2 buckets in this quarter. To Champagny, back to Zach. Zach all over the place. Gets it back to Sohan. Sohan with the... Oh my gosh, Jeremy! With a monster finish in the paint.
Thunder dunk of justice.
That just got the Spurs bench fired up. Jeremy went up and boom with one hand. 65-61. I want to see more of that, Jeremy. Stop doing the layups in the paint. Throw it down with righteous authority aimed at injustice. That was nasty. That's a miss. Jazz ball. That was a thunder dunk. I want to see more of that. Like, if you have the ability to do that in the paint, why not do it more instead of layups and little dinking dunks? Dang it. It's a 3-pointer for the Jazz. Back up by 1. 66-65, 8 minutes to go. Harrison Barnes gets it over to Collins. Back to Barnes. Barnes has been very quiet tonight. Barnes back to Zach. Zach spins around, throws it up in the paint, and it's good. Ever since I threw some shade at him earlier this game, he's been hitting everyone. Every shot he's made lately now is going in. I think he's hit like 3 in a row, maybe. Sexton for 3. Jeez. Spurs just got 69 by the Jazz. 7.5 minutes to go. The Sohan will bring it up. Pick and roll with CP3. Jeremy into the paint. Layup is blocked by Kessler. I think it's going to be goaltending. Yep. And Sohan and Williams collide in the paint after that, and both go down. Nate Dogg, what's up? Selena back in her usual spot. Williams okay. Sohan a little slower to get up. They're both up. Yes, it is prayer. I love our community. Imagine if we had 154 watching and 154 thumbs up. That would be nuts. Not likely, but that would be cool. All tied. We had double 69s. And Walker Kessler travels. He'll be back to the Spurs. We'll take it. Timeout. All right, timeout. How you doing, Coyote? Doing good? Okay, not a timeout. Just a substitution. I stand corrected. What's up, Alandecano from the Philippines? Thank you for stopping in. CP3 kicks it out to Champagny for a corner 3. Champagny. I hope this carries into the regular season. Because we need some guys that can hit the three, and he's been that guy so far. He is him, as the kids say. Drew Eubanks throws down a dunk, former San Antonio Spur. 6.5 minutes to go, Spurs up by uno. CP3 starts to take off. Behind the back pass to Collins for three. Jeez. That wasn't even close. Timeout. Every time Zach shoots a three, I feel like this is happening to me. Every time. Every time. The three-point shooting's been off tonight. Just a bit. 72-71 timeout. 6 minutes and some change to go in the third quarter. And hopefully the Spurs can get a win here. Chris Paul's been looking good. I would agree. Overall, the teams looked, yeah, we've looked fairly good this preseason. Zach stopped shooting threes. Yeah. Yeah. Stop shooting threes is right. Did that a lot last season, and he did shoot well, I believe, post All-Star break. Now he was taking considerably less shots per game. I believe he shot around 40% or so after the All-Star break. Arnold, hello to you, and how about a little Go Spurs Go as well? All right, anyway. Hopefully there's not a lot of fouls in this game the remainder of the way. Not going to lie, I'm a little tired. And I have a better chance of making it if it's a fast game. Not that I like hanging out. I just don't want to see double overtime, triple overtime, all that stuff. And my voice is a little worse. No Wemby, Arno. Got the night off. Our next game is what, Tuesday? When do we play again? I think we play on Tuesday. I'm going to double check. We play Tuesday, October 15th, the Miami Heat at 7:30 p.m. That will be on NBA TV. Of course, we'll be live for that. And then we wrap up the preseason October 17th at the Rockets at 8 p.m. Then the Spurs don't play again. Will they play on the 19th? That Spurs scrimmage thing, I think. I think it's the 19th. I called that last year. It was really odd because it was the Spurs versus the Spurs. It became more of just a hangout than anything. And then the regular season starts. I just did that. October 24th, so that is the following Thursday against the Mavericks, 7:30 p.m. on TNT. We have 2 games televised in October. We play the Thunder on October 30th, and that's on ESPN, with 2 games versus the Rockets wedged together on October 26th and 28th. Okay, sure. Yeah, sure. I think I just heard Chris Paul has 7 assists already. All right. On his way to a double-double for sure. For sure. All right, get that game clock running. Get the chat back up. And get my eyes on the prize. Foul on the Spurs. I do need a stiff drink. A lot of people lost hope in Zach. Tony Parker's t-shirt is gray. Technical on the Spurs. That is a gray jersey. So black, black, white, gray, black. My studio light makes it really, I don't know, really bright in here tonight. I haven't pushed pretty far away. I don't know. Maybe it's the angle of the dangle. Almost a turnover by the Jazz. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay with them. Yes, Ethan, I'm a Yankees fan. New York Giants, New York Yankees, and the San Antonio Spurs. I really wish I covered the Yankees more on the channel. I actually don't cover them at all right now. Still a Kristen Press fan. I don't know what's going on with her. She's not on the U.S. Women's National Team anymore, so there is that. I am not familiar with that Milantano at all. Yes, I see in the chat again. -1 was fantastic. Absolutely worth seeing if you're a Godzilla fan. Moving screen on Drew Eubanks. That's an offensive foul. Spurs ball. Oh, the whole movie was great. Kristen Press. She's the one that made me U.S. Women's National Team fan, Ethan. I ended up not enjoying doing the content because every time I did a video, things got so political in the comment section. I just got tired. I'm like, it's not what I wanted. It's not what I want on the channel. CP3 with the bar now. Out to Collins for 3. Is he like 0 for 6 from three-point land tonight? Like, why does he keep... Sends a ball down the other one. Shows him how to make a 3. 75-72. Stop shooting 3, Zach. Maestro, investigate. Good evening to you. The Spurs ball at the moment. Barnes drives in the paint. Out to Sohan. He thought about a 3. Pulled it down. Back out to Chris Paul. 5 on the shot clock for the Spurs. Gets it to Collins. Collins going to muscle it in and throw it down hard. All right, Zach.
Thunder. Dunk of justice.
Maybe a little less threes and more of that. And a foul on Chris Paul. Yankees win the World Series. Anything's possible. I'd like to see it. They haven't won one since 2009. CP3 is a great player, but likely going to retire without a championship. Zach needs to shoot 33s tonight, and then the brick all-in pop will definitely limit his jump shot. I see what you're saying. Shoot them all now in the preseason, and then limit it in the regular season. I mean, I know you want to be a stretch 5, but if the shot's not going in, maybe try something else to get your rhythm. I don't know. Both free throws good. Kelvin's just checked in for the Spurs. As is Trey Jones. Jones out to Kelvin. Around the world in the open Harrison Barnes. Nope. What's up, Chris Santos? Thank you for stopping in. What's up? The Spurs are down by 3. No Wemmy tonight. No Lauri Markkanen. But overall, it's been a good game. It's been close. 6 seconds on the clock for the Jazz. Sexton going to drive in the paint. And Wapakowski, or whatever his name is, for 3. No good. Sohan with the ball, bringing up for the Spurs. Drops it off to CP3. Back over to Trey Jones. Around the roll to Kelvin. Back to Trey. Open for 3. Not going to take the 3. Gets to Kelvin, will take the 3. Kelvin makes, I think, his first 3 of the preseason. Tied up 77. Angie, good evening to you. I'm doing good. And Trey Jones gets run over, but he's going to get called for a block. Belichick, what do we need in the next draft? I mean, if Castle ends up being our point guard of the future, then really we just need a forward. The rest of the lineup's rounded out with Wemby, Sohan, Vassell. Hopefully Vassell, if he can stay healthy. And Castle, boom, done. That's the hope. Yeah, Castle's play could really affect how we draft next year. Big time. 77 all. Go Spurs, go to you guys. Hi, Luke for 3. Is that what they said his name is? I don't know, but he made it. Brandon Boston, good evening to you. Thank you for stopping in. Castle's only played 6 minutes tonight. Yup. He's played very little. Chris Paul, pull up Jay from the paint. In and out. And now a reach-in foul on Chris Paul. 80-77, Spurs down by 3. Ooh, ow. Ooh, everything's popping. Everything's Mary popping. Lights out, good evening to you. It has been a long off season. It's been a long week. I'm exhausted. Not going to lie, struggle's real, but I'm here. I'm going to do my thing with you guys. Hopefully maybe get Spurs preseason win. Improve to 2-1. Jazz ball at the moment. 10 on the shot clock for Utah. I don't know what kind of shot that was, but it was Awful. Spurs try to go fast break and they throw the ball over Kelvin. We have 2 more preseason games after this one. This is the last home game, last preseason home game for the Spurs. Experts are saying Nolan Traore is a really good point guard in next year's draft. Like so, then what do we do with Stefan Castle? Kelvin ran for a wrestling break. Yeah, he did, Andy. Reyes Cerna, let's go Spurs to you. And a quick layup for the Jazz. 5-point lead, 82-77. Jazz are in the bonus. The Spurs are not. Blake Wesley bringing up for the Spurs. Gets it over to Mamu. 16 on the shot clock. And Mamu passes it right to Utah. Eubanks in the paint. Turnaround jumper good. And this is the biggest lead of the game for either team. 7 points. Spurs need to wake up and letting this game slip away here in the end of the third quarter. Blake Wesley in the paint. Makes the layup. Good. 84-79. We convinced Castle to keep his Connecticut jersey and position. And we have a timeout. And Paul, jeez. Stefan Castle played off the ball in UConn, but he wants to be a point guard here. Let's see what happens. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Keith, what's up? He says, go Blake. Now you're stopping in. What in the... It's a Downey turnaround commercial. They're like, turn around, bright eyes. Oh boy. Finally, Blake free. Oh! Ouch, Militano. Who would you guys rather see go first? Waived. Malachi Branham or Blake Wesley? Just throwing that out there. DGO77. 777. There's 3 sevens there, not 2. Total Eclipse from the Heart. But it was like total Downey from the Heart. Weird commercial. Malachi, goodbye. Wave Malachi before Blake. Okay, Malachi, so Wesley for Chris, okay. Brandon for Basement Dweller. Malachi for Mix the Trimmer. Humberto, I am tired. I'm actually quite exhausted. Guaranteed 8 seed with Blake. Okay. Wesley has shown more defense. Well, Malachi Branham has shown 0 defense. And the thing is, he's one of those players where if they're not giving you something on one end of the floor, they're just not giving you anything. Because he's not a good defender. So if he's not giving you offense and he's not already giving you defense, then he's hurting you on both ends. Oh, Wesley's fast. In the open court, Blake Wesley is lightning fast. So, yeah, I would say that the upside is higher on Blake Wesley. But this time, neither player is guaranteed to make it. Downey, cozy, comfy with vanilla. All right. Just mentioned Patty Mills, who's in the building. Not playing, but in the building. Former Spurs great. He has the second most three-pointers in Spurs history. The top 6 are Manu Ginobili, Patty Mills, Danny Green, Bruce Bowen, Matt Bonner, and Sean Elliott. Green, who just retired the other day. Our 4th pick has been playing very little tonight, JC. He's only played 6 minutes. Yes, Blake does need to shoot better, Keith, but if he's having a bad game offensively, he can at least still give us something defensively, whereas if Malachi's shooting bad, he's just not giving us anything. 84-79 Jazz ball. 3-point attempt is no good. And the offensive board falls into the Jazz hands, and the follow-up is good. 86-79, still at 7 points. Stefan Castle has checked back in for our San Antonio Spurs. And yes, the Jazz are pulling away a little bit. I think JaVale McGee's probably a little too old at this point. Whoops, points on the wrong side. 86-81. It is Utah ball. Ball's going to get thrown out of bounds. Spurs ball. Spurs ball. Blake Wesley bring it up for San Antonio. 2 threes and the Spurs are right in it. 2 threes and we have the lead. Stefan Castle thinks about the 3, drives in the paint, a little bit of Euro step off the glass, and nice drive and finish by Stefan Castle. Showing us some moves. He's shifty in the paint. Yeah, it's shifty 2, rock on round 2, rock on round, and rock on time. It's shift A. Blake Wesley with the steal, flies up the court into the paint, layup, good! Remember we were just saying Blake Wesley's fast? Spurs down by 1. Sean Elliott just called him a blur. 3-pointer down the other end. That number 19, I don't know who he is. I can't say his name. Lipakowski or whatever. Or Mayomuki. Flipakowski. Whatever. He scored a 3. Spurs down by 4. Castle's going to launch a 3. Nope. Just a little further out from where he had been hitting him. That guy again for 3. No good. Trey Jones with the rebound. Keldon in the paint, Euro step, layup. Go damn, Warren! All right, Keldon's looking all right tonight. I had to keep one. I keep Leslie for the for the tremendous potential he has. Okay, I send a quickie to Tony Parker as he can learn to control his speed, and that'll fix his offense a bit. Probably right there. ABC, that's fair. Keldon with the Euro step, yep, and his BDM tape. Filipowski. Yeah. I mean, that guy works too. Am I a runner? Not really, James. I'm more of a short distance runner. The longest run I've done was the Spartan Beast last month in Killington, Vermont, which is one of the hardest Spartan Beasts, I believe, in America. I don't know if I would do it again. It's a 13.5-mile course. I did not run all of it, walked a lot of it. Some of it's just not runnable. 2 free throws coming up for the Jazz. Filipowski at the line. Filipow! Skiing. Skiing. Made them both. 91-88. Spurs can hold for the last one. Lemon flavored bleach. Ugh. Good evening. Both teams in the bonus. Castle drives in the paint, spins around, tough shot, no good. Follow up, no good by Mamu. And that'll be the quarter. Spurs down by 3, so anybody's game going into the 4th. JSR, well, it does say live play-by-play in Scoreboard. It does not say anywhere in the title or description that I'm showing the game, because that is illegal in the United States. We don't do that here because, well, I don't want to get kicked off YouTube. So I always, whenever people ask, I'm not being rude. I'm just letting you know there's no deception here. It literally says live play-by-play in Scoreboard. Well, some people might say, well, that's cryptic, but I don't know what else to put on there. Quarter 4 on the way. Zenaholic. Pause Bunny UGAY. I don't think my girlfriend thinks I'm GAY. What do you think? I know you're watching. We've been together for almost 16 months. Do you think I'm GAY? I tend to find people that put those comments are the keyboard warriors that are themselves not ready to come out of the closet. And I just want to let you know, Zenaholic, it's okay if you like the dong. We're not judging here. Everybody's welcome at TSR Sports. It's all good, man. If you prefer the meatballs more than the spaghetti, it's all good. Much love here. What else you got? Let me guess. You suck. I don't know. I'm trying to think what. I can't think lame troll comments because I don't think like an 8-year-old. So what else? You suck at World of Warcraft. There you go, Glazed Bacon. Yes, it's been 16 minutes, lights out. I didn't. I think you might want to read your own comment, dude. Or if you miscommented, you might want to be careful before hitting enter because your comment literally does say pause buddy UGAY. How am I supposed to take that? Unless you're saying I'm happy. Okay, we go with that. Right? Pause. UGAY. What? All right, that's enough of that. Who cares? Thank you, Sid Augustini said, you suck. I'm not the one that plays with dolls. No, you just suck dicks. It's all good. I mean, I'd rather play with Mikey than put a man's junk in my mouth. Nothing wrong with that. Again, I want to be clear. There's nothing wrong. Well, I mean, I wouldn't do it, but you be you. All right, anyway, that's enough with that clown. Let's move on. Spurs down by 3. 11:40 to go in the game. And the Spurs are going to cause a turnover. Spurs on the run. Sonny Kelly running the break. Jeremy in the paint. Layup good. 1 point game. Castle's defense slightly better than Branham? What? Slightly better? That's like me saying I'm slightly taller than Miss TSR Sports. That pull-up J is no good. Spurs ball. Castle with the ball. Bring it up for the Spurs. 11. Well, my clock's actually a little behind. Castle, Euro step in the paint. Throws it up off the glass. No good. The tip in is good. I couldn't tell if that was Kelman with the tip. Just the tip from Johnson. And it's Jazz ball. Spurs up by 1. Looking for back-to-back win. Cody Williams gets rejected into the stands. Was that Kelman with the block? Is Kellen Johnson playing some defense? I think that was. That was Kellen with the help and blocks Cody Williams' shot into the stands. All right. Kellen's a player that's been heavily criticized the last few years for his lack of D, but he was slinging some D there. That long three is no good. Chris Paul with the rebound. Trey Jones. We got 2 point guards out there again. Jones in the paint. Layup. Good. All right. Oh, my clock's not running. Dang it. Sorry, I'm trying to look at the chat, but the Spurs are like, they're on a bit of a run here. 94-91. Up by 3. I want us to win tonight. You know what? I know it's preseason. And now a turnover by the Jazz. Spurs on the break again. We got numbers. Trey Jones in the paint. Layup. Good. All right. Kelman is 20 pounds lighter, Dragon. He has lost a ton of weight. All right. I'm hoping Kellen's better on defense because you guys know I like Kellen Johnson. He gets every year at the trade rumors, Kellen's the first person mentioned to get him out of here. Team-friendly contract. Accepted his 6-man role. I haven't heard any complaining. Great community guy. Seems like a good locker room guy. Might want to be a player to keep around. I don't think we can get a lot for him. And that's the weird thing that confuses me with Spurs fans. As we're in this timeout, is I'll hear people say, Kelman sucks. Trade him. Well, if he sucks, what are we getting for him? A hamburger? Andrew, what's going on? I'm doing good. It is a 5-point lead. No, hey, never apologize for missing a game. It's all good. My apologies. I went a little hard on the troll earlier. Hard on. Sometimes it just happens. I just, it's one of the things people enjoy too with YouTube. I've seen people I've seen other people get absolutely ripped apart by YouTube channels. I try not to go into that mode, but sometimes you just, somebody comes in firing in saying you're something, saying stuff maybe it's not appropriate. You got to put them in their place. They probably won't come back, or maybe they will. Maybe they'll be like, you know what? Touche, sir. And I give credit to people like that because that means, you're like, all right, you know what? I came in firing, you fired back. Oh, wait. A burger sounds amazing. I'm actually hungry. I'm going to have a protein shake after this. Kelman always was a good player. I don't know why so much hate on him. Carlos, I mean, he's inconsistent defense and inconsistent offense, I should say, and sometimes a lack of defense. I don't expect him to be a great defender. Just be an okay defender and be more efficient offensively. The hero ball, too, he's been accused of a lot, where he would just put his head down and just drive in the paint and take a shot, and there'd be 6 guys open out there. Yes, I said 6. I get some of the issues Spurs fans have with him, but a lot of the hate he gets sometimes, like legit, Kelvin's trash and those type of comments. I'm like, come on, man. It's not that bad. All right, thanks, Stephen. Trey Jones, CP3, Castle, Kelvin, I mean, that is a small lineup. Wemby has not missed a shot tonight. You know what? That's a fact. Joshua, I don't watch that channel, so I can't comment on that. I haven't watched any of his content in a couple years. Maybe because of that. I don't know. I just don't have time either, if I'm being honest. I watch very little sports content on YouTube because, quite frankly, the opinions I want are not other content creators. It's your opinions. That's actually what matters to me, is what you guys think. I give my opinion, of course, being the channel content creator, but I don't care what other people have to say about the Spurs aside from you guys. I do like reading Spurs articles. I will be the first to admit I really respect LJ Ellis's opinion on SpursTalk.com. I think he does a wonderful game-by-game report card. I love his takes. So I do enjoy reading articles. But as far as just videos, I mean, I'd just rather shoot a video and get your feedback. Sewing in the paint. Oh, he got blocked! I was getting ready to do the Thunder Dunk of Justice, but he got blocked going up for it. He's going to get fouled and go to the line for 2. And I need to keep an eye on this because you guys said he's shooting 2-handed free throws now. Yes, more likes. Need more likes. Well, Bear is here, Andrew. He's asleep, and Miss TSR is in Florida. If you think about it, we have 4 point guards on the floor right now. Not anymore. But if you're counting Sohan as a point guard, missed the free throw. He is shooting 2-handed. Last year's Kelvin was a ball hog with tunnel vision. Yeah. Thank you, James. Seriously, I've said it before. And if anybody hasn't heard this I missed them both. Go back to one hand. I live in Connecticut. I don't have Spurs fans to talk to. So creating this channel became an outlet for that. It gave me a Spurs community. It's giving a lot of you guys a Spurs community. Those of you that live outside of Kelvin in the paint. Oh, Kelvin! Oh, my goodness! Kelvin throws it down hard.
Thunder, 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 dunk of justice.
That just got the whole Spurs bench up. Went in there and just boom! And he's got to have more ups being lighter, right? 3-pointer for the Jazz. Sorry, that dunk just threw me off. In a good way. And Sohan's going to lose the ball. Turnover Spurs. Old KJ couldn't do that. Biscuit Buddy probably not. But this lighter KJ certainly can. Missed 3 by the Jazz. Rebound. Put back. And 1 for Taylor Hendricks. Well, there went all the momentum. Any plans for the rest of the night? Andrew, I'm going to try to get on my Xbox. My account's currently suspended, but I believe the suspension is over at 10:10, which this game will get over around that time. Give him some more black tape on Kelvin. Man, everybody got fired up off the bench off of that. Look at Harrison Ingram making a face. Devin's all fired up. Wemby's all fired up. That just got everybody fired up, myself included. Plans for tomorrow? It's a chill day, Andrew. I might go to BJ's and get my membership renewed. They sent me a thing to renew it for $10. I'm like, $10 for BJ's? Sure. Don't take that the wrong way. Trey Jones in the paint, layup good. So make a run to BJ's and then shoot the next video for I Like Crap. I'll put the link in the comments. If you haven't checked out the second channel that I've been doing, would appreciate appreciate you checking out. It's there to make fun of stuff that's not very good that unfortunately I like, so I get made fun of too. I'm having a lot of fun. We just crossed 400 subscribers last week. Or, yeah, no, this week. But it's going to be a chill day tomorrow. Harrison Barnes starts a drive, throws the ball into the backcourt. That's going to be a turnover. I bought some comic books today. I bought a short box of comics, so I got to rebag and board some of those and then update my comic list. Joshua says, I had a BJ for $10 once. I asked for my money back. Side draft media, I am going to keep an eye on the Eagles play at 1, the Cowboys at 4, the Giants at 8:15. So I do want to do a short on the Eagles or Cowboys if they lose, especially the Cowboys. I love trolling the Cowboys. I'm sorry, but I lied to you, a Cowboys fan, so it's yeah. Stefan Castle with the foul. Dude, Shun lights out. That's awesome. Andrew, I watch all the Spurs games. 2 free throws coming up for Colin Sexton. I watch all the Giants football games. I watch the UFC. I go to Hooters once a month to watch UFC. I love watching the pay-per-views with a friend of mine. It's a good chance to just hang out, talk, eat some food, and watch, hopefully some good fights. After that, I'll watch Yankees in the playoffs. I just can't watch the regular season. 162 games. I can't. And it's a summer. Mamu fakes his guy out, gets it to Blake Wesley. Wesley's going to take off in the paint and almost loses the ball back to Mamu, who's going to chuck a 3. No good. Do we have a City Sissoko sighting? We do. All right. It's his first play of the night. I'm trying to win a game. Bring in City, right? Nah, it's cool. We got to give the young guys a chance. Sexton, I'm surprised he's still out there. Pull up Jay Good. He's been firing. He's been shooting well all night. 129 likes. Are you not entertained? And Castle's going to turn the ball over in the paint. Spurs just lost all momentum after that Kelman dunk, which is the opposite of what's supposed to happen when one of your teammates has a huge play. I can't watch the preseason games from any sports. I will for the Spurs. That's it. I don't watch the Giants preseason. I mean, I occasionally might have it on the background, but lately they haven't been showing the Giants preseason games in my area, so I can't watch them anyway. I won't watch preseason baseball, and I don't watch any NHL. Sent a ball for 3, no good. I have watched a few UConn games live. Barnes in the paint. Euro steps, kicks it out to Soko. Back to Castle for 3. There we go, Stefan. That was a big one. I'm watching on the NBA League Pass. Rashawn, I buy it every year so I can watch all the games. I'm probably the only Spurs fan in my town. Oh, Joey, I am definitely the only Spurs fan in my town. Missed, but Kilopowski with the big finish. Tied up at 103. Castle with a dunk in the paint. He throws it down on the oop.
Thunder, thunder, thunder. Thunder, dunk of justice.
I only caught the end of that. Was it an alley-oop or did Castle just get in the paint and do it on his own? Hopefully we see a replay. My apologies. 105, 103. Sexton for 3, no good. Blake Wesley with the rebound. He will sprint up the court. Oh my gosh, he's flying up there. Gets it to Barnes for 3. There we go. Momentum back. Three down the other end. Filipowski, no good. Wesley with the rebound. And Wesley sprinting up the court again. Gets in the paint. Gets it to Mamu. Layup good. Spurs on a run. Let's go. This is a high-scoring game. It was not an alley-oop. I caught the back end of it. Hopefully we'll see a replay because I was looking at the chat for a second. There's my boy Riley Minix. Get me in the game, coach. Get me in the game. Here we go. Here's a Castle play. Crosses over Eubanks. Gets in the paint. Oh, okay. Just throws it down with 2 hands. Spurs start gaining late game confidence and Spurs start gaining late game confidence, and that's going to be bad news for the NBA. You aren't kidding. Monster Jam Extreme, good evening to you. Richard, I think I'm not going to be here anymore. I'm frustrated because I think my supervisor is going to fire me to not be. You're not going to come to the streams anymore? Oh, sorry to hear that. Homer, 60 wins, nice. Wesley, good evening to you. I'm sorry, Carlos. Well, I mean, if you can't come to the streams, I mean, I understand. I would miss you, but, you know, life first. I grew up 15 minutes from Giant Stadium. Jimmy Hoffer's had... I used to be under there. We haven't even seen the best version of this team. This is not the final product. Wemmy's not playing tonight. I think Castle... This commercial's gross. We just had fake Dolph Lundgren sweating all over a guy's face. I don't... That was disgusting. Good night, Andrew. Hey, Tim, this Blake and Steph combination... Could the Spurs go small ball later this year? Let's say they do trade Harrison Barnes and Chris Paul. Could we see a starting lineup of Victor Wembanyama, Jeremy Sohan, Devin Vassell, Stephon Castle, and Blake Wesley? Probably not. Our floor spacing would be awful. No, forget. I mean, our defense would be solid. Our floor spacing would be a nightmare. Forget it. That lineup's not happening. We can't be a full wrenching without Carlos. That is true. You're the newbie? Well, let's try to stay positive. That's all I can say. Try to stay positive. I really have been watching NBA, but the college football games were getting a little boring after the Texas game, so I figured join it. Oh, all right, Monster Jam. Well, thanks for stopping in. I don't know if you're a Spurs fan or not. Anyway, that's new to the channel. I'm a huge Spurs fan. You probably can tell looking at the background here. I mean, we got 5 jerseys on the wall. Selena Gomez wearing a Spurs jersey, a Spurs towel, a baby coyote. I mean, come on. I'm wearing a Spurs hat. Spurs fan for almost 35 years. So if you're looking for a Spurs community to join, I think we have the best one on YouTube. And I would love to have you join the channel and hang out for some live games, maybe comment on the videos, your thoughts on good things happening to the Spurs, bad things happening to the Spurs, and everything in between. I hope the Giants win tomorrow, too. Isabel! It has been a while. You are up late. Thank you for stopping in. Well, for anybody staying up very late to stop in here tonight, you're going to get a boop. Boop! Alele Spurs. I think Chris Paul is going to be traded before the All-Star break, Pero, and I wouldn't be shocked if Harrison Barnes is also traded. Both free throws are good. It's 110, 105, 441 to go in the game. We got a Bonner lookalike? Do we? Riley Mixon? No, people say Riley Mixon looks like me. The guy with the ball right now. Drives in the paint. And a little jumper and one. My brother from another mother, Riley Mixon with the bucket. By December, Castle and Wemby will finger fusion into what? Wessel? Montreal Extreme, I don't know. I am very concerned. He'll have now missed 2 games in a row due to concussion. The first game he missed was a 10-day, they had a 10-day break. And now a second game. Obviously his health is the most important thing. But missing 2 games in a row due to concussion means that was a really, really bad one initially. I have to think. Filipowski for 3, way off. Jazz get the ball back. Corner 3 by Sensabaugh. Wow, nice job. Shot clock winding down and a clutch 3 from the corner. Riley Minix. Did I say Mixon? I know it's Riley Minix. I may have just gotten excited, but I know it's Minix. Well, thank you, Carlos. I appreciate that. Another bucket for the Jazz. They're now down by 3. I've been advocating for Riley Minix to get signed by the Spurs on a 2-way. We need somebody that can shoot, and that's what he brings. His defense is not great. The hell, we've got Harrison Barnes out there. 113, 110. Jazz are in the bonus. Under 3.5 minutes to go. Spurs up by 3. If you did not know, Wemby did not play tonight. That was a really hard shot by Colin Sexton. Did not make the shot. Minix is going to fly up the court. Gets it over to Wesley for a corner three. Nope. Minix with the rebound and put back. Riley Minix, you can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. You can't stop my brother from another mother. Minix is the Matrix. Riley Minix fan club right here at TSR Sports. He's going to foul Colin Sexton though. Hey, it can't be perfect. People are ridiculous thinking we trading CP3. James, I think he's going to want to be... So the thought process there is he'll go to a contender. That will probably not be us this year, let's be honest. Sexton at the line for two. I think ideally he stays with us till right around the All-Star break. Mentors the crap out of everybody. And then he goes to a contender. He's on a very team-friendly contract. He's only making, what, 10? Only. He's making, what, $10 million with the Spurs this season? I could easily see him getting moved. Sexton makes them both. 115, 112. 25, 15. I think lower rebounds. Side draft media, I think 25, 12, 4. I think he averages 4 blocks. Wesley in the paint, tough shot, air ball. That may have been partially blocked. July 26th, I don't think we're not ready for a title yet. Harrison Ingram's checked in for the Spurs. Pop going deep on the bench at the end of the game. Colin Sexton's still in there for the Jazz. So Jazz really trying to win this. Drew Eubanks with the bucket. Riley Minix. Don't remix Riley Minix. And Wesley flies in the paint. Blake Wesley with a thunder dunk.
Thunder, 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 dunk of justice.
Sexton misses a three. We've had a lot of thunder dunks of justice tonight. Spurs up by 3 under 2 minutes to go. Castle will bring it up for San Antonio. Castle starts to drive into the paint. Muscles his way in and tosses it off the glass, and that is good. Stefan Castle using his strength to get in there and score the bucket. Yes, John Franklin, Castle's out there, and he just scored, and he just picked off the ball. Spurs ball. City Sissoko in the paint. He'll throw it down. It's a dunk-a-thon here on TSR Sports.
Thunder, 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 dunk of justice.
You get a dunk, and you get a dunk, and you get a dunk. Spurs up by 7. My clock's a little ahead. I got all excited and all the dunking there. 1:17 to go. 2 more free throws coming up for Utah. It's nice to see. To see our guys finishing at the rim. The game's not all about dunking, but it's the highest percentage shot in basketball. So if our guys are finishing at the rim, then that's a positive. Whoops. The Spurs bench is fired up. Castle and Wesley coming out. The A team, our backcourt, this guy's been playing pretty well together. I gotta say, if they keep playing well together, Malachi Branham is in danger of not getting many minutes this year. Good evening, Mr. Scotch Scratch. And Sissoko with a little bucket. Carlos Jeter with the hamburger. I ended up getting a hamburger. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. This is a tasty burger. McCulloch for 3 and 1. Good night, Militano. The Spurs are on fire tonight. And no, Monster Jam, I don't watch college football. I've never gotten into college sports. Can we get to 150 thumbs up? That's the goal every night when the Spurs are playing well. So if you have been in here, been enjoying the stream, enjoying chatting with the chat, would greatly appreciate if you could drop a thumbs up. It looks like this last time we'll play the video. I just looked back. What happened to Coyote? What's he doing? When did that happen? I'm going to have to rewatch the end of the stream and see when I knocked baby Coyote up. Riley Minix for 3. My man! Whoops. I didn't mean to do that again. That is a 7-point lead for the Spurs. Riley Minix. Sign Riley Minix now, please. Not a timeout. Substitution, Malachi Flynn coming in for the Spurs. 7-point game, only 40 seconds left. All right. Looking at the way our guys are playing. My son is a beast, right? July 26th. Number 27, Riley Minix, my kid. I do look like I could be his dad a little bit. Down the other end, jumper no good. Sissoko with the rebound, and the Spurs are going to win the game. Maybe not. City just turned the ball over. Shot clock is off. And now a foul. There's only 15 seconds left, and we're up by 7. Come on now. I don't know. They're looking pretty good. You need to like the YouTube live video. Smashing hearts in the chat don't count, fellas. Thank you, Pedro. Yes, I mean, I like seeing the little emojis. I appreciate that. But hitting the thumbs up is interaction. Commenting on the channel, what you're already doing if you're talking in the chat, but the thumbs up, it does help the channel a lot. And while I don't treat this like a business, I would like to grow our channel. Would very much like to get to 25,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Boston Jr. with the rebound after the miss, and the Spurs are going to win 126-120. All right. In a fun game, there was a lot of dunks in this game. For those of you who are leaving, please hit the thumbs up on the way out, and you're welcome, lad. I'm going to go over the final game stats here real quick, and then get on my Xbox, I suppose, and hopefully be able to play some games. We had 153 likes. Awesome. If we can get to 200, there's plenty of people to do that. But if you don't want to hit the thumbs up, I respect that. But I would appreciate it if you do on the way out. So let's get to the end of game stats, and a fantastic game if you're a Spurs fan. Outscored the Jazz 38-29 in the fourth quarter. This team learning how to play in the fourth will be huge for next season. For the Jazz, Hendricks with 13, Williams with 17. Cody Williams looks pretty good tonight. 6 of 10 from the field, 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. Kessler with 7 points and 10 boards and 3 blocks. Sexton with 24 points. That must have led all scorers. Yeah, it did. I'm surprised he played as much as he did. He played 31 minutes. Isaiah Collier with 2 points off the bench. Drew Eubanks, former San Antonio Spur, with 11 points. He was perfect from the floor, 4 of 4. Filipowski with 9. Sensabaugh with 12. Mihalujek with 16 points. All right, he's firing at will. Preston with 2. And Zhu with 7. For our San Antonio Spurs, Zach Collins with 11 points. He did go 0 for 6 from beyond the arc. 0 for 6. Yep. Okay. Julian Champagnie with 15 points, and he's just been fantastic with his three-point shooting. Went 4 of 8 tonight. Different player from last year. Hope this continues into the offseason, or not the offseason, into the regular season. Jeremy Sohan with a solid night. He had 15 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 steals on 7 of 12 shooting. Harrison Barnes, very quiet this offseason. 8 points, I keep saying offseason, preseason, 2 of 7 from the field. Chris Paul could not get it going shooting-wise. He was 1 of 7, only 3 points, but he did have 8 assists, no turnovers. That's pretty darn solid. Off the bench, wow, we played just about everybody. Malachi Branham, actually Branham did get in there at the end of the game. He's listed for 0 minutes, so he must have played the last 10 seconds or 20 seconds, whatever. Mamukelashvili also hitting his 3 still, 3 of 6 from beyond the arc. He finished with 15 points. Ingram came in garbage time, did nothing. He had 0. Minix in garbage time, 3 of 3 from the field, hit his free throw, and he had 8 points in only 5 minutes. A scoring machine for sure. Keldon Johnson led the Spurs with 20 points off the bench, 9 of 13 from the field. Very efficient. 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, a block, playing some defense. And with this lighter Keldon, will be a much more valuable asset off the bench. Malachi Flynn and Brandon Boston Jr. both played 1 minute, did nothing. Trey Jones, 10 points, 6 assists, and 5 steals. All right, Trey, I see you from here. Blake Wesley, 6 points, and Stefan Castle with 11. A good win from the Spurs, 126-120. They improved to 2-1 in the preseason. They have 2 more games left. They'll both be on the road. We'll be live for both. The next game is Tuesday versus, I don't know, Tuesday versus somebody. Let me double check. I'm sorry. Tuesday versus the Miami Heat, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. That game is on NBA TV. We'll be live at, 7:30. So that's all I got, my friends. I'm going to roll out. Asia, good evening. Caught you at the end here, stopping in right before I was about to jump off. The game is over, and I want to call him Bandage Kelvin, Andy, not the other one. But this is a nice win, and it was a dunk fest. This is the most dunks we've seen in a game without Wemby, probably the history of the channel. We take Wemby out of the equation, I mean, everybody to get in on the action tonight. So this was an awesome win, and hopefully we can build upon this preseason in the regular season. I want to thank you all for being here. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of the weekend. I'll be back Tuesday night for the Spurs live game. Maybe we'll have a video up tomorrow, Monday, depending on the news. We'll see. But hope you have a wonderful evening and Sunday. So on behalf of myself, Selena, Mikey, Headband Grogu, and Baby Coyote, what you gonna do when TSR Sports runs wild on you? Go Spurs, go!